Hey, y'all. Look at my shirt. It says Jonah. This is from the show that I got to go to in Branson, the Jonah show. And I didn't ever really tell you anything about it after I came out, but it was the story of Jonah. And it was the story of God talking to Jonah and telling Jonah to go to Nineveh. And I got this whenever I went in the gift shop. You see this? It's a little whale. It says Jonah. I've been wearing it on my jacket. And earlier today, I went to the store and I had that little whale on my jacket. And this lady asked me, I've been saying all day long, hope somebody noticed it. And this lady said, what you got a fish on your jacket for? And so I told her the story about Jonah and about God telling him to go to Nineveh and how he wouldn't obey God and do what God told him to. And then, he ended up in the belly of a whale. And I told him the whole story, kind of paraphrased. That's the Vonda edition. And so anyway, I was just saying, you know what? I said, we all got a Nineveh. I said, God's always telling us to do something. And we always trying to tell God that, maybe we should do something else. And I said, when God tells you to do something, we need to do it, because we sure don't want to end up in a situation like Jonah did. She said, you know what? I know that you came in this store for a reason today. She said, because God's been telling me to do something. And she said, you know what? It's teach Sunday school. She said, my church, she said, everybody in there is trying to run me down, trying to get me to be a Sunday school teacher. And she said, I just run from them. And when I see them coming, I take off. And she said, because I just don't feel like I can do it. She said, I don't think I'm smart enough, and I want to be able to, teach them correct. And I said, you know what? I said, that might be God's way of increasing your knowledge, increasing your faith. And he knows that, and that's why they're chasing you down. And that just might be why we talked about Nineveh today. That might be your Nineveh. She said, honey, it is, without a doubt. Said it came to my mind the minute you started talking about Jonah. And so I told her, I said, what age is he wanting you to teach? And she said he's wanting that there, or not him. Well, the preacher had asked her, but several others. And she said, oh, it's children. And I said, well, I want to tell you something. I said, when you get your little lesson book, I said, you can find children's books everywhere, and you can find the stories that go along with what you're teaching, and you can read them that book. And I said, that book is a simplified version. But I said, if you'll read that little simplified children's book and read that story and let it speak to you in those little simple terms before you go to the Bible, and then you read the Bible story, I said, it'll probably make a little bit more sense to you. And I said, by reading that book, you'll be able to tell the story on the kid's level. And I said, if God's been dealing with you about doing that, I said, and you decide to do it, I can't wait to hear about the things he's going to do in your life because of your obedience to him, and just the ways that you're going to be blessed through those little kids. She said, don't you worry, girl, I am going to do it. So you know what? I'm glad I bought me this Jonah shirt, but I'm really glad I got this little whale. It says Jonah. Can y'all see it? Jonah? I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it right there? Yeah, I'm really glad I bought that. When I saw it, I thought, oh, I will be wearing my little Jonah pin. And there was one other thing I got that I wanted to show y'all. This is a little pebble. I got to get the lighting where you can see. See the little footprints? Y'all know the footprints in the sand. And I love this on the back. This is my favorite part. It said, it was then that I carried you. So those times when you saw those in the sand, the footprints in the sand, Lord, there were two sets of footprints in the sand. And then all of a sudden, there's only one. What happened? And he said, it was then that I carried you. I love that. I love that little poem or saying or whatever it is. There's several different things with footprints in the sand. But anyway, that's just an inspiration to me that, he'll carry us through things. And so when you got that stuff going on, I got some of that stuff going on. And when you got that stuff going on, he'll carry us through it. And we don't have to go through it alone. So I just want to share. I've missed y'all. And I know I've done 2 videos today, but going to Top of the River, that's Mama's favorite place for some catfish for Mother's Day for Mama. So you have a happy Mother's Day yourself, all you ladies out there. And all you mamas have a wonderful Mother's Day tomorrow. Hope's Journey's going to be singing at Oakman, in Oakman, Alabama, down past Birmingham at Liberty Hill Baptist Church. And it's an all-day singing on Mother's Day. Starts at 10:30 and it'll be over at 3 tomorrow evening. And so say a prayer for us that maybe somebody will get saved tomorrow at the singing. Wouldn't that be great?